What's up, everybody? We're here for episode 2 of the Toe to Toe Fight Show. Matt Nolan in the red corner.
Mark Nolan, blue corner.
What's up? We are back from
the Topeka, Kansas.
Topeka. First take.
That place sucks.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I didn't hate Topeka as much as
like I went there and I'm like, this is the capital, huh?
Let's rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are in Topeka for
pro fights.
So pro fights, I think when a lot of people think professional boxing, they are thinking more ESPN Top Rank. We were not really part of ESPN and Top Rank.
Most people. So when it comes to people familiar with the sport, almost everybody is familiar with high level pros or local amateurs.
Sure.
And that's about it. Those two flavors, but the low level pros.
Yeah.
That's
when we say low level pros, right? I don't necessarily, when I think low level, I'm not talking about ability. I think polish and professionalism. So in going to the show, so we head out to Topeka, and in going to Topeka, we fly into Kansas City, Missouri, because Topeka has an airport, but it's like an auxiliary airport. It's not like a place that you fly into. So fly into Kansas City, Missouri, and then we drive into Topeka. And this event is unique in the sense that most professional boxing shows require a ticket of some sort.
Yeah, so they hit us up. they need an opponent. We have a girl that fit their needs, and they're like, yeah, it's an outdoor event. Like, that's
cool.
Awesome. Like, and like I didn't know anything about Kansas, so looking up the weather, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be beautiful. It's fantastic.
No tornadoes, which were actually a concern, seriously,
and
this time of year.
So when you're working at the lower levels, they're always like, oh, tickets or pay-per-views or whatever. So like they're like, oh, it's a free event. We're like, how does that so? And they're like, yeah, no, we just make money on sponsors. And
we're like, is it a theater, an amphitheater or something? They're like, no, you just
like outside in the middle, and they just said BYOC. And we're like, BYOC, bring your own chair.
Bring your own chair.
So I'll say that when they told us that, I'm like, this is going to be a fucking 300.
I thought we were going to sit on like bay hails and stuff. Yeah. But no, it actually ended up being awesome.
Like thousands of people.
Yeah.
They were all. That was the other thing, is like Topeka. So I said I hate Topeka, still do. But the people, they were super cool, super nice. Just there wasn't anything like that screamed any, like if I could have been in any rural town in America, I wouldn't have known I was in the capital of Kansas.
It was a very, like, I guess, they say it's a flyover state, and I get why. As we flew over it, you just like, oh, there's nothing here. So the event itself was, the way I would describe it, well-intentioned.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people that were on the card were individuals that didn't have any professional boxing background,
didn't have any boxing experience at all.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. Can we get our guest on, Zach Calmus? Zach, welcome to the Toe to Toe Fight Show, my man. When we started this, I told my brother the first interview I wanted, the guy, and I'm not shitting you, was Zach Calmus. So I'm so grateful to have you on the show, brother.
All right, man. So this is not my usual spot that I do the interviews from. It's just that I just got out of work and I'm tired.
No, it's all good, brother. I appreciate you taking the time. The best way, I call you up and you're like, I'll tell you what, sir, I am actually covered in shit. So I'm going to need a minute to shower, my friend. And I was like, you know what, dude? That's the exact type of honesty that I want on the show.
I don't want to get sick. I definitely don't want to get sick. And I don't think I will, but I was covered in poop from my work. And today's job was messy, man.
Are you a laborer? What do you do for work, brother?
I move furniture.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
But,
that's awesome.
But when you're a real furniture mover like me, like, you also know that it comes with side jobs. So today was a side job at a farm, and the work was really messy, and they couldn't get anybody to do it. So I stepped up, and they paid top dollar, you know what I mean? But the farm owner is my friend, and he couldn't find anybody to do what he wanted done. And I told him, listen, you called me for a reason. I'll get it done. And he says, Zach, I don't need it done right away. I need it done by Thursday. And I said, well, I'll get it done for you. No problem. That's 4 days from now. So I got it done today.
I love it. So Zach, yeah, go on.
No, he said by Thursday I got it done right away.
Yeah, that speaks to your character. So you are on a 3-fight winning streak now. You just got rid of Corey McKenna, another fight of the night performance, right? So can you walk me through that fight and the preparation for that fight for BKFC?
In terms of what I did to train.
Yeah.
I woke up every morning at 3 a.m. and I ran 3.5 miles.
Now, as far as sparring is concerned, are we doing mostly boxing sparring? Or are you doing anything?
I'm going to tell you everything I did.
Yep.
I woke up at 3 a.m. and I ran 3.5 miles. And then by the time I got home, it was about 4 a.m. after my stretch and water, whatever, sightseeing. It's beautiful where I live. So I ran 3 a.m., got home about 4 a.m., took a cold shower, and then a YMCA, and I went and I did like 10 to 20 rounds of bag work. And then I left the YMCA and I came home and I watched Bare Knuckle fights. And then after that, I went back to the YMCA at about 2 in the afternoon, 2 to 4, give or take what time I woke up from my nap. And then at 4 o'clock, I hit the bag for another 10 rounds, and I lifted weights, back and bis and chest and tries and shoulders and legs, all on different days, but spread out throughout my week. And then I knew the guy I was fighting was very strong, Conor McKenna. So I tried to gain some weight because I got really light, and I gained some weight on purpose, and I lifted weights to do that. And then I fought him, and that's what happened. But that's basically taking you through like a day of training in my shoes. I wake up at 3 a.m. and I go for a 3-mile run. And then after that, I go to the gym and I do 5 rounds only of bag work, 5 2-minute rounds, 5 or 6 in case it goes to sudden death. I do 6 rounds sometimes just in case. And I do that with no gloves. And then after that, I go to sleep. I eat and then I go to sleep, and I wake up at like 2 to 4 and I do 10 rounds and I lift some weights and I come home. That's my training camp. You know what I mean? I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see it too, your progression in bare knuckle. Obviously, like your jump off with Bobo was incredible. I mean, it set the tone. But you see your progression in the sport of bare knuckle. I've seen you as an amateur boxer, and you've always had hands, but just seeing how you adapted it to bare knuckle, it's really impressive, man.
The gloves were just in the way.
So your preference is bare knuckle then?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now I
never liked wearing gloves. It just like ridiculous.
Now, at one point, I had a conversation with you, and I might have misunderstood you, but was there some sort of professional hockey fighting or something along those lines?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fighting, doing some ice hockey fighting as a fighter. You know what I mean? As a ice hockey fighter.
So now, in terms of the ice hockey fighting, are you talking about being like a goon, or is it like a league of fighting on the ice?
I'm already a goon.
So is it a league that is actually fighting on the ice?
Yeah, it's called Ice Wars International.
Ice Wars.
And that's Ice Wars. You can look it up on YouTube. They're signed. Yep. They're with Feldman. They're with BKFC, and they're a Canadian company. And Ice Wars, and God bless. You know, they're going to be with Bare Knuckle, and hopefully something big coming. You know what I mean?
What's like the rules of something like that? It's like so.
Okay, so they've had like 3 inaugural events in Canada and U.S. It's Ice Hockey Wars. It's 2 1-minute rounds, And
No
I'm
shit.
a hockey player. Like, I'm the best hockey player north of the border, and I'll knock anybody out. You know what I mean? If you mess with my team, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
And I don't play hockey very well, but I can like skate really good. I play goalie. I'm a goaltender, and the only reason I didn't make varsity is because I knock everybody out. I like to fight. You know what I mean? I don't like to do much, but I don't have any hobbies. I just like to fight. So that's it.
So now, being 4-2 in BKFC, realistically, from my vantage point, the only guy I can really see ranked above you is Mick Terrell. Does that make sense? Like, do you agree with that at this point at heavyweight?
Mick Terrell is the champion of the world.
Yeah, but who would you put above you in the rankings outside of Mick Terrell?
Because we got you at number 2. Like, you got to be next in line for a shot, no?
I'm number 2 right now.
I mean, is next time we see you in the circle, is it likely for a title shot? Because every time you fight,
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
that I already know. It's not my decision. It's not Mick's decision.
Yep.
So I don't know anything about that.
Okay,
that's about that. I want it. That was my New Year's prayer. I prayed for it to God. You know, my dad wants it.
Yep.
I want it. My whole family wants it. I'm a proud man. I want the fight. If the champion gives me the fight, then God has to will it. I don't take anything lightly. Mick Terrell is a wonderful man and the champion of the world. You don't get there overnight. He's an 8-time champion, and I don't take Mick Terrell lightly. He's a monster, and I know what I'm signing up for when I sign the contract. So it's just like, if they give me a chance to fight him, it's a chance to represent America. It's a chance to represent everything I stand for, my family name, and that's all there is to it. So it ain't personal. It's just America. And God bless the UK, and God bless Mick Terrell. I think he's a wonderful man and a wonderful fighter, and I've been a fan of his since the day I can remember. So I would love to fight him, but I know he's a man of the world. He's a champion. Mick Terrell is a champion of the world for a reason. So it would just be an honor to share the ring with him. I think I could beat him, and I got the sauce, but only time will tell if I get that opportunity. If God is good and the world is right, then I'll get that opportunity. And I know God is good, but the world isn't always right. So we'll see what happens. Only time will tell. When they asked the boss man what's next for Zach Calmus, he said, I don't know. We have to wait and see. And that's only being real. Time will tell. So I'm going to do whatever they tell me. I'm going to do whatever the BKFC tells me. If they tell me to jump off my roof right now, I'm jumping.
And that's the thing is, whenever you fight, the internet explodes because we always know what to expect, in the sense that whatever happens, we know it's exciting. And that's always been, even like at the amateur level in boxing, gloves or not, like you threw grenades.
When Zach Calmus showed up, the crowd lost their mind. It was always fireworks every single time, man. It was incredible.
I know. Well, that's what I was going to say. Can I ask, when did you first lose your teeth, Zach?
Like 4th grade.
Yeah, that's what I love that shit. So here's another.
My mother used to take me to a dentist and we put them back in. But I had braces 3 times because my teeth got knocked out because I like fight guys that are older than me.
Yes. Now here's a real question for you, Zach, and I mean this, right? When I talk to you on the phone and when I talk to you, right, you are wildly eloquent. You are insanely fucking kind, right? And when I see you in the ring, the only way I could describe you, and I mean this complimentary, is monstrous. How do you balance the two in life? Because when I talk to you, I mean, you call me sir. You're so fucking pleasant. You're so articulate. And then in the ring, you turn it to something completely fucking different. How do you do it? And I mean this.
I'll tell you how I do it. And there's only one answer. And I'm going to keep it as simple as I can.
Yep.
I owe you that. I owe you that, sir. It's an honor to fight. It's an honor to get paid real money to fight. So without the people that buy the tickets and buy the stream, then I don't exist. So I owe the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship first and foremost. I owe Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, and I owe David Feldman everything. I owe Conor McGregor everything. I owe Massachusetts, LC, everyone involved, the whole entire legislation in Massachusetts, Boston, New England, really, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Maine, and the islands. I have nothing without my state and my LC and everybody who's been there for me since I was 17 years old. Even the coaches that I fell out with, I still remember you. I have pictures of every coach all over my walls. So I wake up and I go to sleep to you still. Even the coaches that I fell out with and we didn't get along and they didn't want to do this and I didn't want to do that and whatever. Whatever. I still love them. Even the coaches who told me to go fuck myself, I fucked myself. Look at my face.
Yeah.
And they were right. They were right. I had to grow up all on my own. And, I never could listen to anybody, and that's my fault. But it also made me strong. You either listen to advice and you get smart, or you don't listen to advice and you get strong. And that's it. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. That mentality and your fighting style, and that's what has taken you to the top. I mean, again, like you are in the conversation for bare knuckle fucking champion of the world.
Yeah,
I mean, whether you get
title shot,
yeah.
I need the title shot. I need the title shot because the community that supports me, they really support me and they really love me here where I live. And I would do anything for Gloucester. I would do anything for Boston. I would do anything for New England. I would die right now.
That's why we've been fans since day one because of that, Zach.
Yeah, we feel it.
My city, man. I'm never gonna leave Gloucester. I own the house in escrow. I want to buy another house. I'm just not leaving, and I'm not leaving Boston. And I'll leave someday, and I'll be in the ground, and that's it. But right until then, I got like maybe 18 years left till I'm done retired, because I'm only 32. Even though I look old, I grow this beard so people leave me alone. Maybe they think I'm homeless or a drug addict. They leave me alone. But I really am pretty young. I'm only 32. So I got 18 years left of fighting. And I just want to bring joy to all the people's faces. Like, there's no better feeling than after a fight when little kids that you look like come up to you and just want a picture. It's like, that's your job.
Yeah.
Is to make people smile. So if you're not doing that, if you're not bringing joy to the world, then why are you fighting? You're a selfish person. Yeah. I don't fight for me. That's very selfish. When you fight for yourself, you only go halfway. But when you fight for the good people around you, then you go 100%. And that's kind of like what I can tie it to. Like, I fight until I die. They got to knock me out. You know what I mean? There's no stipulation. They got to knock me out for me to quit. They have to put me out where I can't get up, or the doctor says, that's it, Zach, I got to call the fight, this and that. Okay, well, if that's the decision of the doctor, then they know what they're doing. But if I can get up, I'm going to get up. And if the ref lets me fight, I'm going to do it. I think everybody knows that. I'd rather die than give up like some of these rats.
Yeah, that's never been up for debate at all.
And that's all I'm going to say. I'd rather die than give up in a fight than like some of these rats. They're rats, and they don't deserve the crowd. Or they don't deserve the stage. And I'm not naming any one particular, but these rats who quit, they don't deserve anything. They deserve what God gives them, and that's pootsie, nothing.
I can't argue with that one bit, and I'm not going to argue with that one bit. Frankly, I'm not.
The fans work too hard to come to our fights and get babysitters and take time off to watch a guy quit.
Yeah.
Quitters.
Yeah.
And they're all over the board. They make me sick. How are you going to quit? And then if you quit, okay, make it up the next time. No, they come in, they quit twice, 3 times.
No.
Quitters, babies. They make New England sick.
And again, you wear it every time you fight, win or lose. When you win, that's how you look, right?
I don't care. I'm not going to hold back.
Ever.
I'm not going to say any names.
We know what you're talking about, Zach.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember
about a lot of guys.
A lot of guys. But I remember when you fought Bobo, you said, if I die, this will be the best fucking day of my life.
I will
remember
never
that
talk
shit.
about one man. That's not my style. I'm not. It's a
Of
lot
course.
of guys.
I know, that's
across the board.
That's
Don't
fair.
quit.
Yeah.
Don't quit and walk up to me and want a picture and shake my hand. You're a quitter. I don't want to shake a quitter's hand.
That's
I
fair.
wear a glove on my right hand for a reason. When I walk about my day, I wear a right hand glove. You know why? Because I'm not shaking hands with a loser.
That's fair. I love that mentality.
I don't want their energy. They can suck it. They can suck it.
You're the man, Zach. So we're up against the clock. We just want to thank you so. Yes. We want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be on the podcast. We love you, brother. Is there anybody you want to shout out before we call it a wrap?
Sponsors or anything like that?
Yeah. I want only one person who took me to the dance after my tryout. The only person that ever really believed in me. 2 people. I want to shout out Blake Lacaze, my best friend down in Louisiana. And I want to shout out my manager, Ryan Perez. Ryan Perez, when nobody believed in me, when all the doors shut, he kept it open. He said, Zach, it's okay. I got some food. Here, eat this food. He said, eat this food. Here, put on this hat. Put on this shirt. I'll take you to the dance. You look pretty. And you know what? You don't go home with somebody you didn't take to the dance. You go home with the guy that brought you to the dance. And Ryan Perez, the Slaughterhouse Management, he's my manager. And Ryan Perez, the Slaughterhouse Management, he took me to the dance, and I won't forget him. And I think every fighter in the world should sign to Ryan because he's the best. But here's the difference: he won't sign everybody. He only signs the real ones. He's a real one. I don't care what this industry does to me because I know I have a good family. Slaughterhouse till I die, BKFC till I die, Ryan Perez till I die, and that's it. I don't care. I'm a loyal guy, and I've never had a good manager. I've had 5 managers, and they all were shit. The only manager I've ever had that was good was Ryan Perez, Slaughterhouse. And you know what? I don't care what people have to say about this podcast or me. I'll die for that man right now. Give me the gun. I'll blow my fucking brains out. God bless.
Zach, remember what I said when I told my brother the fucking one guy I wanted on this fucking podcast was Zach Calmus because he said I'd blow my fucking brains out for my manager. Yeah. That's why I fucking love you, brother. New England will always have your back, ride or die.
I'll tell you one last thing. I'll leave you with this for New England.
Hit me. Give it to me.
A real friend will help you kill a guy. A true friend will help you hide the body. I'm a true friend.
Zach Calmus, BKFC, #1 contender, New England's own, right here, the fucking Shark. Let's go. Thank you so much for the time, brother.
I want blood. Just send me a name and a contract, and I'm driving there, motherfucker.
And we're going to tune in every fucking time.
You're the man, Zach. Thank you so much,
brother. All right? Be good. Take care.
God bless you guys. I hope one of these guys hurts me eventually, man. I'm ready to fight.
Take care.
God bless.
God bless. Take care, brother. Love you, man. Take care.
I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I love you.
A pleasure's ours. Take care. All right, so we just got done interviewing Zach Calmus, and I am sweating.
Yeah,
that is the most fucking electric guy. So now that he's off, I can talk to you candidly. Yeah. Is he not the most...
So yeah, I mean, I've been watching him fight for years. I mean, I know you have a closer personal relationship with him. I like.
He's the most exciting fighter when he's not fucking fighting.
Yeah, he's the greatest.
So what do you want to talk about? What do you want to move into? Do we want to go in and flip your Ferrari? Do we want to go into what do you want to work on first?
So can we talk about the most recent fight that we just heard that was announced?
Yes.
So hit him with some aged beef, Rob.
Yeah.
So
aged beef. So, we are, as we mentioned, we were in Topeka, and our phone blows up, and we're in a group chat, and someone just goes, "Get the fuck out of here," right? And it's just a Twitter link, right? And when we first click on it, we're like, "This has to be bullshit," right? And it might be bullshit.
No, I thought it was just gonna be clickbait, had nothing to do with anything, and then you start listening to the guy talk, you're like, "What are we doing?"
So the first fighter to announce the fight, or at least I guess, lay down the gauntlet, so to speak, is none other than peck bouncing, Old Spice wearing Terry Crews.
So Terry Crews gets on, I presume it was X. It was some sort of social media platform.
I call it Twitter, sorry.
And he's like,
boomer.
And he does his eyebrow thing. He's like, Anderson Silva, I want you. I'm ready. June 15th. And then he just says, so it's not even like event. He's like, fight night. Be there. Brazil. Like, Brazil's
I think
like
fight
a town.
night might be a thing.
It can't be called fight night.
All right. First of all, if
I know we talk about betting odds on the show.
Number one,
I'll put like minus 500. I guess I don't want to go higher than that because this dumb shit thing could be fucking fight night.
Let's walk back a million things, right? So first off, your Terry Crews sounds a lot like your Mr. T.
Quit your jibber jabber. Terry Crews talk. He's very specific and direct.
He kind of attacks the words. All right,
that's better than mine.
Yeah. So Terry Crews challenges Anderson Silva.
He's like, I've been training. I'm ready. June 15th.
And he gives a specific date. He says
fight night Brazil.
Fight night, and then he says Brazil. Brazil. It's
more Ray Lewis than fucking.
That's fair.
The Mr. T.
The one country outside of the United States, I don't count Canada. Canada's bullshit. That I've visited is Brazil. Brazil is quite large.
Yeah, big place.
You. So as I'm listening to that, it does. By the way, it doesn't say what sport. I always assume with old fucks that it's boxing.
Well, yeah, because and again, if you prior to McGregor fighting Mayweather, you always heard dumb shit things thrown around like, what about, and now once they fought, and now it's like it's the Jake Paul social media era of boxing.
Yeah,
all fucking bets are off. And now it's Terry Crews, and then so I send it to Matt. I'm like, Matt, it's Terry Crews is fighting Anderson. He's like, no, I haven't heard anything from Anderson Silva.
There's no, it's just some old fuck.
Then a video, Anderson going, Terry Crews, I waiting for you. Yeah, it's a normal.
I waiting for you. June 15th, Brazil. And I go, this fucking guy reiterates the date and the country, the massive country of Brazil. But I'm like, are these guys actually going to do something? Or are two things, right?
Yeah.
Number one, is there publicity something we're not privy to, right? Is there a Red Box movie that Terry Crews...
Roadhouse 2, Electric Boogaloo?
Yes, exactly. That he's in with Anderson Silva. Or is there some Super Bowl halftime show featuring the two of these assholes? Or is Terry Crews also Terrence Howard level fucking crazy? That's what I first thought.
Terrence Howard understands math
at a new level. You ever see him cut up the fucking plastic bottles and shit? He's an actual crazy, a scary fucking crazy person, you know? But yeah, so that's the one to look out for. That is the aged beef.
So now if I'm asking you, first of all, in or out, I'm fucking in.
So of all these circus fights, right? I'm almost always out. I don't give a shit about any of these social media stars, except for that last one that I'm not even going to bring up again.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking Misfits one. By the way, I did a deep dive. If that pod comes out, ooh, that one's going to age poorly. Talk about aged meat, am I right? Double entendre. But this one, the old Pride era freak fights, right? They would put people in that couldn't fucking fight.
Dos Caras Jr. getting his head kicked off by
Dos Caras Jr. was an unbelievable wrestler, but they put him in against a juiced up crow cop that was
with a Luna Libre mask.
Was killing Igor Vovchanchyn, top level guys, and they wore luchador mask. And he kicked his head off.
What about
Giant Silva,
the hot one?
Takayama.
Yeah,
Takayama. Yeah, and again, it's where steroids were not only allowed.
Bob Sapp, who's power bombing people, has no.
It's breaking people's necks and shit. You know, not actually, but you know what I mean. So that's the type of shit I get off on. Then they go, oh, we're gonna put in fucking Terry Crews, who it's got to be an octogenarian, right?
So I literally think he's in his 60s. I think.
I don't think he's 60.
You think he's
younger?
Actually,
Tyson's 58.
Rob, can you give me an age check on Terry Crews? I'm telling you, I bet he's close to 60.
He's probably close to 60, right? Anderson Silva's old as shit too, but Anderson Silva is a killing machine, right?
Now
55. But that is not a 55-year-old fucking man.
No. He's natural.
Yeah, okay,
yeah, 100% natural.
Oh my God, Mark, look at him, dude. That is insane. Yes. So, oh my God.
Yeah.
So Terry Crews, if he fights Anderson Silva. So what's the odds of it actually happening? It's June 15th. That's right around the corner. June 15th is less than a month away.
So, is it going to happen? Yes or no? And then, so I think I'm going with yes. It's a cash grab. Money's out there. Do they actually fight? If they do, does Anderson's kill? Does he collect his first body? Does he kill someone in the ring?
Anderson Silva at this stage in his life strikes me as a dude that would go light on. If it was someone Mike Perry would just try to kill him.
But it reminds me of Floyd for his like Floyd will do exhibitions in Japan. He's like, yeah, we're gonna, and then he'll just fucking kill this dude.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I feel like Anderson's gonna do
just beat the shit out of him.
Like shimmy.
Like he just recently, like before the Paul fight, like viciously knocked out Tito Ortiz.
Yeah, and he did a boxing clinic on the fat out of shape
Chavez Jr. Yeah,
who's be smoking?
Who like.
He can box, yeah. I mean, like
gave a lot of people some trouble. Like if he was, I mean, he can box. He's just doesn't train hard.
Yeah.
So if that fight happens, I don't care what.
Put all of your money on Anderson Silva. I don't care. He's gonna.
I don't even care about that. I'm tuning in. Okay, I'm tuning in. Right, which I think should segue nicely into our betting props and also some kind of other age meat, so to speak.
Yeah. So bet the farm.
Bet the farm, baby. So in terms of other old fucks and betting, I think this segues nicely into Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
So obviously Matt and I in the fight game, own a boxing club, have a good amateur program, good pro program. We're also school teachers by day, and I get all my school teacher friends. They're always asking, like, anytime there's like, especially a freak show fight.
Yeah.
Well, they asked about Usyk and Fury, so anytime there's an A-list fight, but they're like, who is it, Paul or Tyson?
See, I don't get that question.
I get it all the time.
I get like, oh, it's just a statement. Mike Tyson's gonna kill this guy.
So it's funny because with this fight, it's interesting because the rules change every 5 minutes. So if it's a straight up fight, Jake Paul fucking destroys
Kills him.
A 60-year-old Tyson.
Yes.
It's not like Matt said. Matt put it
20
perfectly.
years ago, Mike Tyson was losing to Kevin fucking McBride. No offense, by the way.
Kevin McBride's a great guy.
Awesome dude.
Colossus.
20 fucking years ago, he was losing to guys that don't have Wikipedia pages.
Yeah, people born after that fight can legally drink now.
Correct.
And now he's fighting Jake Paul, who's a totally serviceable club boxer, has infinite money, has a high athletic ceiling.
People think this is as an endorsement for me thinking that Jake Paul isn't a fucking huge douchebag.
Yeah.
Right? And like, he brings eyes to the sport and he gets women paid. Great, all that shit. But he's a douchebag, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, Anderson Silva, he's an old, washed up MMA fighter. Cool. Jake Paul dropped him on his ass and beat him. Tyrone Woodley, he's a washed up fucking MMA fighter. He beat him once and then fucking erased him the next time. Ben Askren is a washed up MMA fighter, just a fucking but he fucking erased him, killed him. Nate Robinson, I'll give you Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson, what a fucking horrible litmus that one was, right?
Yeah.
So poor bastard was like, I'm an athlete. He gets killed. But then his only loss, right, is to Tommy Fury, who, by the way, as far as like true boxing standards, he does suck. But he even dropped Fury in that fight.
Yeah.
Now again, Fury sucks, whatever. But we're talking about a geriatric Mike Tyson.
So for me,
Yeah.
the reason why I don't want to touch it is, again, like you said, like Matt's like, I don't even know the rules. Like, it was an exhibition, now it's not. Does it have headgear? Does it have 16-ounce gloves? Are they 2-minute rounds? Are they 3-minute rounds?
2 minute. I think they're 2 minute.
They're
rounds.
2-minute rounds
Is
now.
it now? Is it 2 minute now?
So like
2 minute rounds and 14-ounce gloves.
Yeah. So
Okay.
exactly, and I feel like in the next day and a half that could change. So like that's the reservation.
And how many rounds are we doing, Rob? Does it say
8 now? I think
8 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 minute rounds, 8 rounds, 14. What's the bet?
You kept on saying, so if you're saying bet the over,
Slam the over. Slam the over.
so I'm of two minds of thought. There's two possible outcomes. One is they taught Jake Paul's like, hey Mike, you want to make a fucking $1 billion? Let's go out there.
Yeah.
We'll play patty cake for 8 rounds.
Yeah.
I'll get on the mic being like, I got to fucking stand. I went the distance with an absolute legend.
That's what's
Mike
gonna happen.
gets to be like, hey, it's 60 years old.
Yep.
I can still hang with these young dogs.
Correct.
Everybody makes money.
Yes, that's what's going to happen.
Or
It's going to be a bullshit fight. They have to do something because it is on Netflix and it is free, so it's going to have insane viewership. So if it's like a total dud,
Netflix, the pendulum has swung pretty. Like, I think with that Tom Brady roast, I think they're kind of opening it up to the more fucking lunatic side of the human population. Their whole thing for a very long time, Netflix was all about catering to like a softer culture. Like that's what they've been criticized for. The Tom Brady roast was pretty fucking over the top.
I'll say the Tom Brady roast is I feel like we have carte blanche for what we say on our podcast. I wouldn't say some of those fucking jokes on this fucking bro. You know what I mean? Like that was crazy, bro.
Fucked what he did to his kids. Shouldn't have put his kids through that. Should have thought better.
All right.
Is that?
Yeah, okay, we get it. But anyways.
Well, so we're on a podcast. I get to talk about Tom Brady being like, gee, golly willikers, I wish I didn't do that to my kids. Well,
what, kiss them on the lips? You fucking weirdo. But yeah, the point being, actually, Rob, want to pull up those odds? We'll fucking hit you. I will give you hard set bets, and I'll make everyone rich.
Yeah.
Right
So
now.
if you can get prop,
voice
crack.
Yeah,
prop.
I think the mic cracked on that. But yeah, prop bets on that, because I'd say right now, Paul's going to be the prohibitive favorite. He's going to be minus something like probably 175, something like that. Oh, there you go, 170, right?
Yep.
So Paul's minus 170.
But what's the over under on rounds?
Yeah, do they have round odds at all?
A lot of times they won't, because you're not going to want to touch this.
Yeah, and because the lines changed so many times, I wonder if they won't have over under rounds. But with Paul at minus 170, that's all. To me, that's free money.
Yeah.
So I would. And Mark can tell you how I've bet historically on Jake Paul fights. This is not a joke.
Matt's entire scheme, and this is actually like you want betting advice. Just follow Matt. You want to tail Matt on pretty much anything, because Matt is really bad at betting on a streak.
I'm on a wild heater.
Really bad at betting. He bets an egregious amount of money. So like I would say 10 units sometimes.
Yeah. On
a Jake Paul fight.
Yep.
Jake Paul to win, and watches exactly 0 seconds of it. How many Jake Paul fights have you watched?
I've never watched live. I've never watched a single Jake Paul fight.
How many Jake Paul fights have you watched in their entirety? From start, so like you pull it up even weeks later. Start
Ben Askren, because that was like 2 seconds.
Okay, that's fine.
Ben Askren.
Do you watch the Fury fight?
Did
you watch the Silver fight?
Not in its entirety.
Did you watch the Woodley fight? Either one of them?
The second one might have been short enough that I might have watched. So when I'm saying I might have,
yeah,
but I'm not convinced. And that his debut, he fought some guy, I can't even remember the name. It was like some
influencer or something.
But what I'll say is this: I've bet every single Jake Paul fight. When he lost to Tommy Fury, everyone at the gym was like, "Oh, I fucking told you so." Really? Tell that to my fucking bookie, because I crushed every other bet, and I'm way up.
Are you betting on this fight?
Yes.
Who are you betting on?
Jake Paul.
Are you watching it?
No.
There you go.
I'll tell you this though. The only reason I consider watching it is because it's free on Netflix. But I probably will not watch it. I think there's some interesting shit on the undercard. I heard speculation of some what's his face? Darren Till.
Darren Till
is making his pro boxing. Some bum ass dude, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Darren Till, by the way, I don't want to see him fight MMA. Why the fuck would I want to watch him box? But again, if it's free on Netflix, I'll tell you,
when he gets knocked out, it's very like the way he gets knocked out. He does funny knockouts. Like I always think of like Stefan Struve. I'm like, ha ha ha.
Yes.
You fall over and it's fucking cartoonish.
Here's the concern with not watching it. Is that I'll go to work the next day with a bunch of squids that don't watch boxing, and they'll be like, "Well, I watched it." I'm like, "Oh, fucking shut the fuck up, dude." But yeah, so I'll probably stomach it. For 16 minutes of boxing, I think I can handle it. But it's gonna be them. And I when the props come out, whenever they come out, I would slam the over. The over's gonna be high. Yeah, it's gonna be
okay. So say it's an 8-round fight.
It's probably gonna be 6. If it's 7.5, I'm hitting the over.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
Jake Paul, I don't think will knock out Mike Tyson. I know Mike Tyson will not knock out Jake Paul. I'll bet that one. I'll tell you right now. If there's like
odds of not.
Yeah. There's sometimes they'll have that. That won't even exist. No bookie would take that. Up next, our next segment is Croc or Not.
Yeah.
Now, as far as boxing podcast, a repeat offender. If this was the Avengers, a regular repeat supervillain that would keep popping up would be your dude Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, well, because like last week we covered the whole Ryan Garcia fucking Illuminati thing.
Here's the thing with Ryan Garcia. He's just the gift that keeps on giving. He's wildly entertaining in the ring. He has incredible knockout power. And he's either Kaiser Soze level of manipulation behind the scenes, behind the curtain, like the Man of Oz, or he's genuinely crazy. But either way, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because the content's the same.
Yeah.
So in terms of the validity of his latest...
Yeah, so the thing we want to talk about today, so he has been on X, and obviously, I mean, he talks reckless all the time, but he's like, oh yeah, so he's like, I smashed Cambosa's fucking wife, and every time I say it, so I've been talking to Matt about this one, like, we got to talk about Garcia. He keeps on saying that he fucked Cambosa's mom, and Matt's like, dude, he said he fucked his wife. I'm like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And like
there is some truth to that.
Yeah, so
no, not some truth to the fucking of the wives, but the idea that regardless of his mom or wife,
so here's
the angle. Do you understand the angle?
Yeah,
so what happened was Lomachenko just beat Cambosa, right? Yep. So Garcia, off his career best win of Haney, He misses weight. It looks like, I mean, he did test positive, at least the A sample for steroids.
For Ostarine,
Ostarine for a SARM, performance enhancing drug. The B sample is debatable, it looks like right now. So there's a lot of questions there. So number one, you beat Haney. Massive win, right? You miss weight, you test positive for performance enhancing drug. Additionally, with that win, right, what does that do? It opens you up to kind of dangerous bouts, right? So
he can't take a step back now. Beating a guy like Haney, now you're up there. I know with Davis. So it's funny. The Haney fight was a real dangerous fight, in my opinion, for him coming off of that tank loss.
But do you know how to make it way less dangerous?
Miss weight by a million pounds and fucking juice to the nines.
Yes. Yeah. So now you get Kambosos, who by the way is a stud. He's awesome, right? But he gets stopped by a Lomachenko that the jury, like, listen, Lomachenko is amazing. He's an all-time great with limited.
He's on the downswing.
At least that's the consensus.
Yeah, I mean, he's after 400 amateur fights. I know it's a short pro career, but it takes its toll. Yeah.
And he had like almost a career-defining performance. I mean, he looked
awesome,
unbelievable. As soon as before Kambosos even in the ambulance or giving a post-fight conference, Garcia goes, "Look, dude, I just got to be honest with you. I banged your wife." And then someone's like, "What the fuck are you saying?" He's like, "I just think he should know." And did you see Kambosos' response? He was like, "Miss weight, take steroids, no rules. I'm gonna fight you in the street. I'm gonna fucking kill you, right?" But you know what that translates to?
Now he's got to fucking fight.
I went Garcia won again. Yeah. So do you believe he's crazy? You believe he's crazy?
I do not think for a second it's an act. He's not fucking that smart, dude. He's not a smart guy. He's a talented boxer who says fucking crazy shit and it's always crazy shit.
All right, so now the segment.
Did he fuck Kambosos' mom and or his wife?
It's his wife. Do you believe that he slept with Kambosos' wife?
No.
He's handsome.
Very good looking guy.
Kambosos' wife.
But here's the other thing too. Kambosos, like, why didn't he not say like, no, he didn't? Like, why wasn't the first thing out of his mouth was like, this
so I guess there's like some DMs
liar.
And stuff, but like,
but like, he's like, oh, he popped for steroids. Like, no, bro, he just said he fucking banged your wife, dude. Why wouldn't you come out and be like,
well, I don't know, but like, is the
keep my wife's name out your mouth?
But is like the no, he didn't response, like, is that even a good response? I think that like I'll kill you in the streets is a pretty good response.
Yeah, but I wish like I don't know. I wish like and not for him to come off like a fucking like a bitch that his girl needs to defend him. But like I almost wish his girl hopped up.
She probably did.
And like I would never touch that fucking scumbag. Like you wish you had this shit. Like something like that.
Yeah, I don't know that he wishes he had that shit.
So I'm going Croc on this one.
Yeah, there's no way this is true. But it keeps him in the public eye. And also
got us talking.
Not only that, like
he gets an easier fight than maybe what he would have been lined up with.
And not only that, what are you talking about with Ryan Garcia now? Are you talking about the fact he missed weight? I mean, the fact he missed weight is completely gone.
I'll tell you, in the Kambosos household, that's not at the dinner table. Not like, oh, do you know that he tested positive for Ostarine? It's like, did you fuck that man?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So no, I'm going crap as well. I do not believe that
Fuck, Matt.
Fuck.
This fucking guy.
I know. Bush League move.
Rookie.
What do you guys think about the Ostarine itself?
So definitely. So my thing is like, so SARMs. So like, when it comes to steroids, the problem with steroids is that they were fucking awesome. Yeah. And then someone in a lab was like, what if we took steroids?
It made them fucking way more awesome.
Fucking way better.
Like way more awesome.
Like no side effects at all.
SARMs.
Yeah.
So and here's the thing with SARMs too is something like Ostarine. Like for context, Sean O'Malley, who's not exactly an Adonis, right? If you ever looked at his physique, by the way, he's a motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, consensus number one in the world.
He tested positive for Ostarine. So we're not talking about these guys with like gladiatorial style.
Ronnie Coleman.
It's not testosterone. It's not a bulking agent, you know? So it is a performance enhancing drug. So I think a lot of people, the misconception is that when you get on PEDs and stuff, that all of a sudden you look like,
Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews that we just talked about or someone like that. Ostarine isn't that type of supplement. It's not that type of performance enhancing drug.
But yeah, you want to double down on the Croc or not? So let's talk about. So he popped in his A sample.
Yes.
When it comes to B samples, from my limited knowledge, because I've obviously been following the sports for a long time, I've never seen a B sample come back fucking negative after an A sample comes back positive.
Yeah, because a B sample and A sample, by the way, is the same sample.
Yeah, they just pour them into different fucking vials.
Exactly. So the only way for a B sample to be negative is if somehow the A sample were contaminated at the lab.
Or a faulty test, which, again, it's not.
Well, how the fuck is it going to accidentally test positive for Osterine?
So I think 100% chance that one is either lying or the tainted supplement. The tainted supplement
thing is a get out of jail free card. That's the most bullshit thing ever, because these guys, again, they're fighting for tens of millions of dollars, right?
That's your shit, dude.
It's not even that. Like, dude, so you're just going to fucking GNC and you're just taking fucking $20, what is the gold fucking, what does everyone take?
Gold standard
whey protein, you know? Gold standard whey protein for $18 is what Ryan Garcia, and I was like, oh, god damn it. It had Austrian in it. Got me again. Like, come on, man. Yep. And this goes back to all the, like, Anderson Silva saying he took, like, gas station dick pills and stuff. Like, it's just bullshit, man.
UFC, I can't remember the behind the scenes show they used to have, like the
countdown. The countdown. Yeah,
UFC, whatever. And Anderson's talking, and just in the background, they just had in his fucking cabinet, it's just pills and fucking injectables.
Yeah.
Is it normal?
It's normal. So it's like these guys, and by the way, like, when you're taking these,
it doesn't. It's not like a fucking magic pill where you automatically become an incredible fighter.
Yeah, no, the amount of work you need to put is remarkable. But also the cycling, not to be a dick, right? Like it goes back to like Bisping and really the Diaz brothers, right? They like Nate and Nick. They're like, what percent of fighters is on? And he's like, fucking everyone's on steroids. Everyone's on steroids. And I believe that to be true to a degree, it's like, just how good are you at masking it and playing the game. Yeah. And I think someone like Ryan Garcia just wasn't good enough at masking it, and it shows like that's why he's missing weight, that's why he's popping, so no, he 1 billion% I believe that was on steroids, and I just think he wasn't very bright about it. He missed weight, he's on steroids, but in the end, right, the question really is, did it affect him at all?
We'll see. So if it's a first offense, and especially if it's like a tainted supplement, he's going to get some slap on the wrist that won't even affect his next fight. It'll be like 3 months, 6 months, something that won't matter.
Yep. And then it depends on the person too, because you go back, the best example obviously being John Jones, the picograms, right?
Yeah.
He's basically has diplomatic immunity. Pulsing.
It's pulsing.
It's pulsing.
Make up shit.
I mean, if you look up John Jones is allowed to have X amount of picograms in his samples every time.
Titties.
Yeah. And he just got into shit too because he like intimidated fucking...
Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's God's plan, man.
Yeah, Dana White got rid of USADA, and now they have this trash bag third party organization, and even that is like, John Jones is doing fucking steroids, and they still can't fucking get him. So
allegedly.
Yes, exactly. Allegedly. I don't want fucking John Jones fucking beating up my wife. You like that?
That was good.
Yeah.
Or maybe like hitting her with their car when she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And then going back to his car
to take
a bunch of
cocaine out of the glove box and cash. Allegedly. He's a piece of shit. John Jones, believe it or not. Yeah, but if someone was like, John Jones killed a guy, you'd be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking Home Alone.
You'd be like, oh my god, what? Not the John Jones I know. That's viciously beating his wife a million times and takes cocaine and crashes his car. That John Jones?
Yeah.
What?
No, he's
Yeah, OJ I get. OJ was funny in Naked Gun and shit, That was shocking that he allegedly
Norbin?
Yeah, that he chopped off that waiter's head and killed his wife. Allegedly.
My favorite part of the Ryan Garcia Austrian story is like 1 hour after the news comes out, he's on Instagram doing a little live thing with his friends, and he's just like, I don't know what Austrian does. I mean, what is Austrian? I've never heard of ostrich. What is ostrich? I've never heard of it. Whatever, never heard of it. Not 5 minutes later in the same feed, he's like, dude, if I took Austrian, I wouldn't have missed weight because it helps you lose weight.
Yeah, like now he knows. What it does. Exactly. Yeah. I like there's like some good excuses that he made too. He's like, well, I took a picture with Trump. So obviously the fucking deep state, is here to fuck me up, dude. I like the deep state excuse. That's always a good one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that next time. Can we talk about?
Can we segue into like some relative excuses and relative news?
Yeah.
So obviously like the big story right now is Usyk and Fury, right? So last night Usyk defeated Tyson Fury in a fucking.
It was a great fight. I thought it was a little less close than
I think everyone thought it was a little less close than the judges had it.
On fucking ice skates in the 9th round. Go ahead.
That's not the story.
Yeah. So is there an excuse already?
Mark, is there an excuse? So I remember
the Deontay Wilder walking down with 50 pounds of armor.
Way better. So let's break down the fight. You get blown up cruiserweight, unbelievable amateur boxer in Usyk. You get wildly unlikable, squirrely 6'9", pikey gypsy in Tyson Fury, who in his last outing got embarrassed by debut Francis Ngannou, who, by the way, might still be snoring from his last fight against Anthony Joshua. So they match up. Tyson Fury, by the way, coming in much better shape, looking much better. Competitive bout. Usyk starts strong. Fury figures him out, lands a dynamite uppercut in like the 5th round. Doesn't follow it up because he's a fucking asshole too, and dances and does stupid shit. In the 9th round, Usyk puts him to task. Great officiating. They called it a knockdown because the ropes had held Fury up, and it was close to a stoppage. Some people actually complained about it. I like that they let it go on. End of the bout ends in a split decision in Usyk's favor. It was the right decision in the sense that Usyk won.
The right guy won, yeah.
Yes. It was competitive. I didn't think it was close. At the end, Fury declares that he thought the fight was close, or sorry, thought the fight was competitive. He thought Usyk had won some rounds. But the reason that Usyk won
is what?
Is because the people sympathize with him because the Ukraine is at war with Russia. Can I give a little admission here?
Oh my god.
I didn't even fucking...
You knew he was Ukrainian.
That's not what I was going to say. Ukraine's still at war with Russia or still doing this?
Do you not go on fucking any sort of fucking internet?
This is called the toe-to-toe fight
here?
Show, Rob. Was this the fight show or is this the fucking geographic nerd show?
What? This is great. We landed on the moon.
Whole lot of fighting going on. Both
in
Klitschko
the fucking
brothers.
Ukraine?
Both Klitschko brothers killing Russians now.
Listen, I knew this.
What's this whole Gaza thing? That's still going on?
No,
what are you talking about?
That was way after. How long is this going on for, dude?
Oh my god.
We're still doing this? So anyways, all right, you guys sound like Tyson Fury. Maybe Fury was right. Maybe this is the sympathizers you're talking for. Do you guys have scorecards last night? Because I thought the fight was close. You guys both thought Usyk fucking ran away with it, and maybe this is why, you sympathizers.
At war.
So he said if Ukraine weren't at war with Russia, which I knew they were, I just didn't know. I thought it was kind of like fucking. I thought it was on the tail end. I thought it was kind of. Rob, you know I have a degree in geography. Do you know that? This is a true story. I do. Which is why I was the fucking number one candidate to be in the red corner for the toe-to-toe fight show. So I have a degree in geography, and college is bullshit. That's another fucking show altogether. So that's why I'm here right now. But yeah, so Tyson Fury insisted that the reason that Usyk won the decision was because the judges sympathized with him because he was Ukrainian. Which brings us to two unrelated points. Number one.
Yep.
We now have the first undisputed heavyweight champion in 24 years. Since Lennox Lewis.
Lennox Lewis was 24 years ago.
24 fucking years ago, dude. Now,
overrated.
No, that's a fucking horrible take.
No, a lot of all-time greats get fucking clapped by Hasim Rahman. Clapped by Hasim Rahman.
All-time greats. Yeah, all right. So,
clapped by Hasim Rahman.
Okay. Lennox Lewis has 2 losses in his career. To Oliver McCall and Hasim Rahman.
The Oliver McCall?
And he viciously beat the shit out of both of them in rematches. Now, McCall had a mental breakdown, but McCall was... Dude, if he was mentally strong, he'd be fucking unbelievable.
Yep, but he wasn't.
Okay.
It's like Ika Beabuchi.
Do you remember that?
Ika Beabuchi didn't think he was the president and fucking demons told him to kidnap his family, he might be an all-time great as well.
I still think you can make the argument that he's an all-time great. The difference between myself and Hasim Rahman is that I vividly remember the rematch between he and Lennox Lewis. Because
Vasily Yurov fucking smoked him through the ropes, and Vasily Yurov is a fucking...
He was damaged goods at that point.
okayer.
So anyways, Lennox Lewis is arguably... he might be the best heavyweight champion of all time. That's right, I said I don't give a fuck. But anyways, here's some hot takiness, okay? Number one, it will only be undisputed for 2 weeks because
the IBO.
Yeah, he has to forfeit the title, and because you have to defend it.
Too.
That makes sense, right? Do you realize why it's gone so long since it's been undisputed?
No.
Vitaly and Vladimir wouldn't fight each other. That's really the reason.
Okay.
Had they fought each other, it would have been...
Corey Sanders would have been the...
Oh my God. Or fuck, I'm blanking on him. Who was the guy? He sucked. Corey Sanders was Vladimir. Who beat Vitali, the little guy? Oh no, it was Vladimir also. I'm blanking on it. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So it would have been undisputed. But this brings me to a point that I brought up earlier.
You'd mentioned to me.
Does this make? I believe Usyk is the greatest southpaw heavyweight champion in the history of the sport.
So you had Michael Moore,
which I think is interesting as well.
Because he got knocked out by Foreman, he became very underrated.
No, it's not that he got knocked out by Foreman that he was underrated. It's because that he's like the definitive glass cannon.
Yeah.
So he's always been able to dish it out better than he could take it. You saw that with your boy Burt Cooper, who's not an all-time great. He's all-time
fan, but yes, he's not an all-time. He's a gatekeeper.
Yeah, so Moore barely survived that.
Oh, the Morrison? No, sorry, I was thinking
David Tua.
Yes,
he lasted 2 sneezes. Now David Tua known for his vicious left hook, which is why he knocked Michael Moore out with a short right hand. So Michael Moore got knocked out every time. But Michael Moore and Usyk, what they had in common, they're both basically true cruiserweights. I mean, they're not.
Well, it's funny because I'm thinking of like other like not. All,
Michael Moore, by the way, I don't want to say
all time. It's
beat a prime Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, I don't want to say all time, but Chris Bird is another. He was a lefty.
Yeah, he sucked my right nut.
But name a fucking. But also, he was on the smaller side.
Yeah.
When I think of Jameel McCline, was it?
Yes, which is a great fight.
Big dude. Like
yeah. Ike Ibeabuchi killed him, all-time great, as we talked about earlier, and the Mount Rushmore of heavyweight, perennial heavyweights.
He's the biggest what-if story of all time. But,
he probably is.
So Usyk, undisputed heavyweight, 24 years.
Yeah.
And, might be the best southpaw heavyweight of all time.
Yeah, so they have an automatic rematch clause, which Fury is... obviously going to explore.
I think a date's already set for October.
Yeah, see, that makes sense. But you know what's... I heard speculation that Usyk has a broken jaw. So
kidding. Okay.
Bob Arum went blah, 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 which is old person talk for Usyk will be ready by October. Bob Arum looks like a skeleton wearing a human suit.
Yeah, like a skeleton went to the Halloween store.
He's like 93, I think.
I don't give a fuck. He's fucking terrifying looking, dude. He was scary 20 years ago. Flesh is just fucking falling off the bone in that guy. And he's just like, he looks like a Dick Tracy villain. He's like, wow.
Yeah, it's just Mushmouth and Bob Arum.
Yeah, exactly, dude. But he was like, Usyk will be ready. Meanwhile, Usyk, 92. Look at that fucking, go to the middle. No, to right. Keep going. That one right there. His fucking mouth is completely.
Yeah, he looks like a Madame Tussauds fucking wax figure
100%.
Next to an open fireplace.
That picture's probably 40 years old, by the way. But anyways, he looks like...
He remembers the first talking films.
He looks like someone pretending to be Robert De Niro. So Bob Arum disgusts me as in every sense of the word. But if you want to get on the show, we got room in the pod next week.
Yeah, Bob, we'd love to have you. Big fan.
So big fan of Bob Arum. Appreciate all your work. I did hear Usyk does have a broken jaw. If you saw the right uppercut, it was fucking unbelievable. It was crazy. So I don't know what punch caused it. He might not have a broken jaw. Boxing's super corrupt, so maybe he has one and they're going to lie about it. But if he has a broken jaw, even though October's fucking miles away, it's going to impact his training tremendously, so I could see them pushing it or flexing it. The only other thing is the landscape is...
a little more wide open than maybe it was before?
Not really, because, all right, so with Fury's fought Deontay Wilder 48 times, right? Usyk has now beaten Joshua convincingly once and less convincingly the second time. Fury and Joshua would be interesting, and Usyk and Wilder would be interesting. The issue is Wilder just lost to Sonny Parker, and everyone's like, "Oh, cool, Sonny Parker."
Daniel Dubois.
Oh, great one, Daniel Dubois,
who I still maintain that he beat Usyk in that last fight.
Yes, great one.
Got robbed out of a rematch.
That is a really, really good one. Dubois is a really, really good one.
Is there anything less marketable than Usyk, though?
Usyk's tough to market because it's like, oh yeah, he's kind of undersized.
You know what you can lean into? The sympathy for Ukraine.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
It's the reason he's the champ right now, folks.
The problem with Usyk is the people that love him are boxing fans, both of us.
Well, he just smiles with that gap in his teeth.
Yes. It is tough, and it's funny. It's the one thing
that Ziggy fucking cartoon haircut.
Dude, that's wild. Can I tell you? I literally thought of Ziggy.
Zippy.
The Zippy fucking in the Sunday Globe.
Yeah.
But UFC has always said this, and I always thought it was kind of fucking xenophobic.
Oh, if you don't speak English, you can't make you a superstar.
And it's funny, and I was kind of like, fuck you, dude. We got interpreters and stuff. But like, Usyk comes out, he's like, oh yes, it's a good fight, and trained very hard. So we have guys like Usyk, right, who are beating guys like Tyson Fury. And then we have Zach Calmus come on and just punches himself in the face and was like, I can't wait for one of you to fucking hurt me. And I'm like, can we fucking get this guy on fucking every TV station in America?
That's the guy.
That guy could sell a fucking ketchup popsicle to a woman wearing white gloves. That's
covered in fucking blood.
That's Tommy Boy, I think. But anyways, point being is, Usyk does not want me and Mark to hurt him, and he doesn't punch himself in the face. And honestly, it doesn't sell fights, dude. You know, he's the boxing fans' boxer, and unfortunately, we are a dying breed. You know, we need more guys like Ryan Garcia threatening to fuck people's wives, and
explaining that they should know.
Which, by the way, he's like, I just thought he should know. I just thought
honestly,
he should
not
know.
for nothing. Like, that's a great response.
He should know.
I feel the same about Lomachenko, by the way.
But again, another guy. So what do they have in common? They both have
Ryan Garcia fucked both of their wives.
They both have 400 amateur fights in the Ukraine and couldn't fucking. You know, I'd rather watch paint dry. I mean, I love it because I like boxing. But they're both lefties too. Maybe we just fucking hate lefties. You ever think of that? Maybe that's what it is.
Loma was more marketable when he was making people quit on their stool.
That's true.
Doing his matador.
Yeah, you know what? Loma's kind of a dick. And dick is kind of like can be like a universal language. Whereas Usyk's not. Usyk's like way too nice of a guy. You know? And meanwhile, and again, Tyson Fury's like a good example. Like Tyson Fury's like, he's awkward and shit, but like his dad is also just headbutting dudes. Like he just headbutted that little guy.
But then the little guy had 0 damage and he's just fucking
blood all over his
face.
So like when Tyson Fury's dad rips off his shirt at every press conference and just headbutts strangers, like that sells fights, you know? And when Tyson Fury, did you see look at this fucking absolute maniac, John Fury,
G.G. Allen fucking on like super soldier.
You scum.
Super soldier.
So, and I just saw it literally so they were doing like fucking press for this.
That could have been a poster for Hated and you would have no fucking 100%.
Idea. Banned in Massachusetts. So I'm sure. By the way, I'm sure our audience huge G.G. Allen fans. I'm sure we found our base. But I watched. I
did not have that on the toe to toe fight show.
You didn't have fucking a G.G. Allen segment queued up. So I saw they were like, oh, Usyk's gonna be here next. So it's Tyson Fury, and he goes, good. I farted on this chair. I hope he smells it. I farted right on this chair. And I'm like, you know what, dude? That's like legitimately fucking funny. And like imagine Usyk sitting there and just be like, you know, Tyson Fury said he just farted on that chair. He would be like, oh no, like that really, like I don't care for that. You know, like or like going to an interpreter and be like, in Ukrainian, in Russian, and be like, okay, like I just talked to Usyk. He says that he doesn't smell anything. He says that he doesn't believe that Tyson was telling the truth when he said that he was flatulent on the chair that he's now sitting on. Like that's the type of dude he is. Whereas Tyson Fury goes, good, I just farted on this. I hope he smells it. You know, like that's fucking. We need more guys that fart on chairs before interviews. And I'm like, I fucking can't stand Tyson Fury. He's awkward. He's fucking annoying, you know. But when his dad rips off shirts and headbutts fucking innocent men and he farts on chairs, like people want to see that shit. That's right,
guys. What the hell did you do this weekend?
So what did we do this weekend? It ended. Our weekend ended 10 seconds before this podcast.
We got off a plane from Logan and took an Uber over here.
So we spent the weekend in Topeka, Kansas, which we have, I would say it's fair to say we have mixed feelings about.
Yeah.
So we attended a professional boxing event, professional in the sense that it had paid boxers.
Tell the sales pitch. So before we get there.
Yeah. So we have a boxer that's offered a fight that we accept, and so I have a relationship with this promoter that's based out of the Midwest.
Good guy.
Yeah, great dude.
Yep.
Really nice guy, this guy, Damon Reed, that puts on kind of interesting shows in that area. So this one happens to be in Topeka. So it's an outdoor event in downtown Topeka.
And we heard that. We're like, dude, absolutely.
Awesome.
I didn't know anything about the weather. We knew like it's not tornado season. Super nice, super hot.
So because we're fighting out of the city, we need to, we're like, okay, like, you know, we weren't so much concerned about tickets and shit, but like, do we have a pay-per-view stream or anything like that? And he's like, no. He's like, it's kind of an interesting event. He's like, it's actually free to the public. And we're like, oh,
How do you make any money? So 100% free. He's like, yeah, no, we rely on sponsorships. We've been really good with sponsors. We're like,
and he's like, yeah, man. And like, he's got kind of a southern drawl. He's like, yeah, man, it's even the Midwest. So Midwestern drawl. He sounds like this. He's like, yeah, man, we got BYOC, you know. And I was like, yeah, bring your own fucking BYOC. It's like, yeah, bring your own chair. We're like, bring your own chair. So this thing ended up being like,
so when they told us, they're like, Topeka, Kansas. I'm like, Topeka, that's got to be a big fucking bustling city. False. So then we get there, and
I don't even know if it's a city.
It's the fucking capital.
You know what I'm saying, dude. No, we got there. It was like, welcome to the. Listen,
Evil Knievel fucking museum,
which kind of kicks ass. Yeah, I missed it. But no, when it said it literally,
welcome to the capital.
It said welcome to the capital.
Yeah.
But when it has to tell you explicitly, by the way, you were in the capital of a city, or a state, like.
Yeah,
chances are like it's probably not a fucking bustling ass town.
We get there, and once we get there, the venue was awesome,
spectacular.
There was thousands of people in attendance. I ballparked
food trucks.
I'm not very good.
One guy speculated it would be 10 to 11,000, and the guy was like, "No way."
But
and the other guy was like, "It's gonna be 4,000."
And I wouldn't be surprised.
It's probably in that ballpark. The real takeaway is this, right? So. The reason we have mixed feelings, the people at Topeka were actually fucking wildly pleasant.
Awesome people. Yeah. Food was good.
Yeah, food was great. Our experience with our fighter, we had a good experience with them. But the what people see in professional boxing, right? Like we always like it's akin to like looking behind the curtain. Like,
well, everybody asks like, "Oh, did you watch the Fury Usyk fight?" And it's like, dude, that's not what pro boxing is at our level.
I kind of think of it as like when you ask like cops, do you watch like the first 48? And it's like, that's not like what it is to be a cop, like to most cops, right? So like when we're doing these fucking pro shows, right? And they're not all like this, but a lot of them are. And this one was probably a more extreme version of that. So a lot of these professional boxers, these are people that are paid to compete in boxing.
That's what makes you a pro, right?
Correct.
If they hand you a check or cash at the end of the event, you are letter of the law. You're a pro boxer.
So some of these dudes though had never. I don't know if they put on
fucking heavy bag.
So like one guy was warming up, and and he was like, "Are you a lefty or righty?" And he was like, "Righty." He was like, "Are you lefty or righty?" He's like, "Righty." He's like, "All right, jab." And he's like, "No, jab with that hand." And he's like, "Wait, hold on. You lefty or righty?" He's like, "I'm right." He's like, "Then you got to switch your fucking stance, dude." So the guy didn't know if he was a lefty or righty. And he's about to fight.
He had gym shorts on with zippers on his pockets.
They weren't even fucking gym shorts, dude. They were like fabric shorts with like multiple zippers on his shorts. And he came back and like made a mockery of it. So like the thing that like fucking pisses me off about it, the thing that left a real bad taste in my mouth is like you're seeing dudes like the dude in TCL, the dude from where's Ngannou from? I'm blanking fucking Nigeria. Yep. The Nigerian boxer, he just
27 years old.
Yeah, he just passed away from boxing. It's like these fucking dudes come in
like a game.
They have like unboiled mouth guards and shit, and they come in, they're laughing like, "Oh, he was like, I wasn't fucking hurt. I just like gassed out." And it's like gassed out in the fucking
round.
Yeah, and so like shit like that was like, it was not awesome. But like the reality is, that's a lot of our experience. Like we're not going out in private jets. Like
we're not main eventing the Sphere in fucking Vegas.
The reason guys like Ryan Garcia can fucking miss weight by 4 pounds and take fucking performance enhancing drugs is because guys like us are flying out to Topeka fighting for
couple bucks,
man, is what I would say. And people bring lawn chairs, and then when you win or lose, like. I'll say the people at Topeka are great, but like boxing fans in general, like casual boxing fans.
Yeah, because if you like miss a layup in basketball and like LeBron, you're a bitch. Like okay,
yeah,
but
nice brick, but you get knocked out, you get fucked up. They're like, you're a pussy, you're a bitch, and that sucks, and that's the shit.
Different.
And when you're going out there too, even like we're walking through like enemy territory, people are like fuck you and stuff. Those are the nice people. So like the experience was not awesome. So the good news is, eventually God will wipe Topeka off the face of the earth with a tornado. Wait, this is.
Not the people. All the people, they'll get out safe.
Wait, people are gonna see this shit? This is a problem. No, I was kidding. But in seriousness, God hopefully will wipe the Topeka off.
So I'll tell you, can I give you just a quick 2-second fucking weirdo gripe? I'm already, it's been a long fucking couple days. I took a super late flight to get to Kansas on Friday.
Some guy stole Mark's armrest on the flight.
this motherfucker, dude, there's a divider. So right off, I thought I hit the lottery. I had 2 seats. So I had the aisle. It's 2x2. I scoot over. 2 people had passed me. They didn't have assigned seats. They're like, oh, there's an open seat here. This guy fucking, and he goes over my armrest. I meet nudge, and there might have been a language barrier. Just a minute. I go, your side. So I had explained that right off the bat. But speaking of travel, so
yes,
we got up at 3 this morning.
Correct.
Get to the airport at 5 to get on a plane. So the Uber, I'll tell you, this is a fucking weird one.
I was in the Uber with you. What I missed?
I get fucking irritated. So it's weird. So like, I don't like when Uber drivers like don't talk to you because like, but then they talk to you and you just I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up.
So
you just want to sit there and be like,
there's an option that's like it's like conversation or not. I swear to God, Rob, help me out here. Do you ever see that? That's a thing. Conversation or not.
Well, I didn't fucking swipe
like,
not.
No.
Yeah, it's like.
But it's funny because I don't want him to fucking talk to me. I like the idea of him talking to me, so I go, oh my God, fucking guy won't shut
how's it going? You just go, good. And then you bury your nose in your phone, dude.
I just want that. It's just that.
All right, so can we do a new segment? Like, is Mark an asshole? Because it just sounds like you're fucking.
I'll give you.
So let's break this down.
No, hold on.
You're a huge dick.
We'll talk about traveling.
Yeah.
So fucking.
Well, I'm too slow. Is that another part?
That's every aspect of your life. Every aspect of your life. We're
that on video, or is the if the frame rate's not fast enough to catch my hand speed?
Matt wants to recline his chair, but finds it fucking.
No bullshit. That's a fucking wrong take, dude. I said I don't recline my chair. Because no, I don't. Listen, dude. That's a bullshit take. False news. Fake news. Fucking scrap that from the record, dude. I don't. No. Bullshit. I said I don't recline my fucking chair because I fucking get pissed when other people do. Then you told me we fucking got Comfort Plus and there's extra room.
There is.
So then I thought it was ethically sound to recline my chair. Otherwise I fucking wouldn't have. I never fucking recline.
Bullshit.
Fucking fucking Topeka tornado strike me down right fucking now. I'd never recline. Because dude,
your foot was on my side.
And I apologized. I said if it's an issue, and you said it's not an issue. I was fucking asleep.
Mine wasn't gonna be an issue. I fell asleep too. My shit wasn't on your side.
Well, write that down. I don't recline. I reclined once ever.
I recline, but I have no issue with the person in front of me reclining.
Get the fuck out. First of all, so you got to go on a 15-degree incline to not be able to sleep? All that does is push the tray into my chest. Comfort Plus was different. I didn't know we had more space.
What do you think the plus is for Comfort Plus? What do you think the comfort is for Comfort Plus?
It seemed like a scam that
it's
you
more
fell
comfortable.
For.
There's more.
Did you feel like that was wildly comfortable?
I fucking slept like a baby. You slept so much that you had your shit on my side.
Mark, that's because there's no plus.
Your side,
buddy. So yeah, Topeka, fine enough. Nope. Would not return.
You couldn't pay me $1 billion to go back there.
I would go for the Evel Knievel Museum. We missed it. I wasn't aware it was there until after the fact.
Should have had it at Caesar's Palace.
Here's something that's interesting. Everyone, so no helmet laws on motorcycles. Yeah. Evel Knievel wore a helmet. Evel Knievel, pussy?
Kind of a bitch move.
I feel like he's a pussy.
I broke every bone on my body.
Oh, I don't have to wear a helmet, but like, you didn't see me when I rode a bike as a kid. You ever see me wearing a helmet?
No, you
soft ass Evel Knievel wearing one.
Outtakes from Rad.
This is actually a good segue.
Why's that?
To this.
Evel Knievel's a bit. Flip my Ferrari! Oh no! Is this? Dude. Charlo stripped of WBC middleweight title following DWI arrest. Now, here's the thing with the DWI, right? As a professional athlete, I don't know if
infinite money.
No, it's not that. I don't know if you heard. You're allowed to legally drive drunk, right? So if you. No, man. I think this is going to ruin his career. I think this is going to have some serious repercussions. So let me. I spoke out of turn. Right?
There's the interesting part.
So
eluding police.
All right.
Part.
So it says, according to ESPN, right? It says Charlo was arrested in Texas and charged with misdemeanor DWI, fleeing the scene of accident and eluding police. I'll go on record. I don't believe homeboy will do any time. And this is why. So
because he said he was his brother.
No, well, that's actually a great excuse.
Me.
Something that I would use.
Wasn't me.
So here's what's interesting: is you don't actually need to be a professional athlete for a DUI to not impact.
You just need to be rich.
No, it just had to be famous. So for context, Matthew Broderick killed a guy
in Ireland, though.
You think that made the difference?
I think it's possible. He's with the War Games chick,
Jennifer. Oh, Garner. What's the chick with the beak?
That's the what's in your wallet.
Sorry.
No, it wasn't with was it Jennifer Grey?
Jennifer Grey.
Oh, yeah. No shit.
It was Jennifer Grey.
So it was his Ferris Bueller co-star. I thought it was the.
And the reason I know that is because it blew up their relationship. They were secretly dating, right? And it took a fucking homicide.
Vehicular homicide. He paid like $100 to get out of that.
Yeah.
Shit too.
So Charles, the difference. So if you look this up too, like look up Rampage Jackson. Look up Rampage Jackson monster truck crash. For context, right? So Charlo is our feature for Flip My Ferrari. But the reason this is a segment, okay? The reason this can be a segment is because this is the gift that keeps on giving. Professional athletes, especially those in combat sports. Look at this fucking guy, dude. Rampage charge in insane chase, right? That is the greatest picture of all time, okay? First of all, how do we know it's Rampage? Right?
That could be anyone's Toyo tires.
That could be
fucking
anyone's truck. Okay,
truck.
For the picture they chose, by the way, of Rampage in the corner, right? So again, Rampage just went on a complete maniac rampage, so to speak, in a monster truck. He did time for that. Oh no! It says now, shock of shocks, he was not charged with a DUI. That's literally what it says. And a few days after the incident, a pregnant woman in the car he hit on the freeway lost her baby. Oh. So he literally hit a woman with his...
I hope she finds it.
Wow, Jesus Christ, Mark.
I hope she finds
Jesus Christ, Rob. At least mute your mic, Rob, because when you laugh at that shit. So anyways, if Rampage Jackson can hit a woman's car with a fucking monster truck while drunk, okay? That is covered in camouflage. By the way, further on in that monster truck is a picture of him on the side of his monster truck, right?
So good.
And he does no charges, right? You think Charlo, because he quote evaded the police? What happened was
eluded. I think he was. He's like I was alluding
to police, like
someone should call.
Someone should, yeah. There's been an incident.
Emergency crew, so as in the police.
What happened was Charlo probably wasn't even that drunk compared by industry standards. As
that was a daytime drunk hits different.
It does. So the guy probably had like fucking 3 margaritas, crashed his car, drove away. They caught him, and he's like, "Look, I fucked up." They're like, "Good news." Do you have the internet?
All right.
Google search boxer DUI and just there's no incidents of that ever happening.
You said he's like, oh, gee golly willikers, I fucked up. I wait until the body cam footage comes out because I
John Jones headbutting a fucking police cruiser with his body cam footage is an all timer too. By the way, he also did a ton of time for that. Oh, wait a minute, he didn't.
It was his first offense though.
Wait a minute.
He had like a billion.
So like again with Charlo, like I don't know enough about Charlo. Like I believe that he does not have an extensive record. I really don't. I don't. Sure. Like he might. Like if we Google hard enough. But these guys that have huge records don't do any time for again. If he hit a pregnant woman who lost her baby
Vince Neil,
in his monster truck.
Vince Neil smoked some dude, paralyzed him, killed him.
No, paralyzed his friend. Yeah, but that's because
take me to the top.
No. Are you being serious, dude? Of all the Vince Neil songs you're gonna do, he's already laughing. Rob, help me out here. What are we doing?
Kickstart my heart.
Kickstart my heart. That was actually his friend.
Oh, trying to drive the wheelchair had a talk box.
Yes, correct. He was like, kickstart my heart. That was what that was. They were on the scene. And they were like,
high on speed.
He's like, when I get high on speed. He's like, how about you, my friend? He's like, kickstart my heart because I almost died because my friend Vince Neil hit his Ferrari head on. And Mick Mars only looks like he got into a head-on collision. So yeah, that's our segment on Flip My Ferrari. Charlo is the least impressive Flip My Ferrari candidate so far.
Yeah. I wish there was more. Yeah.
He got drunk, got into an accident, and no one died. No one even got hurt. What a fucking bitch, you know? But
soft ass move, Charlie.
Yeah, so you got to up your game. So in this week's Flip My Ferrari, my man Charlo. So if we want to segue, bet the farm. the over-under, him doing time. I'm going to slam the under. He is not going to time serve.
Minus 5,000.
Community service, which he also won't do, that he'll just write off. And court appearance, which he also won't show up for because there are no rules. Just saying it out loud because I love hearing it. Some guy took a monster truck, hit an automobile with a woman that was pregnant. She lost her baby. They didn't even press charges, and he was drunk. Yeah. So no, Charlo would be just fine.
Allegedly.
No, I mean, he's.
Was he charged?
Okay, he was not charged.
Allegedly.
Even though he's just like sprawled out in a fucking monster truck with his face on it. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Flip my Ferrari. Charlo, good luck.
Bang, bang.
Thanks for keeping this segment busy week after week. Yeah, fucking those guys. Yeah, by the way, like,
you know what we need? You know how they do a death poll?
A driver?
So, you know how they do a death poll every year?
Do a flip my Ferrari poll?
Just like a poll, you fucking idiot. Oh. Flip my Ferrari poll? A poll?
No, but poll is in like, who do you think will be next?
Oh, it's not like polling the fucking audience. It's death poll.
We could poll the audience. Oh, so me and you? Well, I'll take Tank.
I'll take fucking Broner.
Oh, good one, because he's back now, too.
Yeah.
There's an awesome Broner one. Fucking, I should.
Wait, if we got 12 months of like who's the next guy? Because
Broner's fighting some guy.
Betty White for like 16 years. Everybody's taking Betty White.
Broner just did a face off, and some guy grabs his stomach. Right, it's just a Broner move. He goes, "Oh yeah, I feel that. There's a little bit of fat there, a little bit of fat there." He's like, "Yeah, grabbing it low, he'd be grabbing my dick." And it's like, all right,
clever.
You're back. Adrian Broner's back. Everyone, good news.
So I got Broner. Broner would be my.
That's a strong one.
I have Jarrell Miller.
Jarrell Miller, who's like, dude, how can I fucking tank my own career? I got an idea. I'm just going to gobble up steroids constantly. By the way, another example of a guy whose body doesn't necessarily reflect performance-enhancing drug use.
If anybody's like his supplement guy, I'd be like, dude, don't fucking tell anybody.
If I'm Balco, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, no,
like, don't. I don't care about getting caught. I just don't want
get that weird shit overseas. Like that fucking
McGuire.
Yeah.
Balco, but not fucking Jarrell Miller. He swims in with a t-shirt on. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's fucking gross. Yeah. Fucking Miller, dude. What an idiot. Yeah. He is not smart. He loves steroids. And he just I think he's just a dude just like, I'm fat, I'm just gonna fucking take steroids. Like, cause he's good. He doesn't suck.
He's always like, oh, me? Like, it's like.
He's not, oh, me. He's like, fuck everyone, suck my dick. The commission sucked my dick. And it's like, wait, whoa. You got caught 30 times. Maybe
that's a guy who doesn't even skip to check my B sample. He's like, yep. Got you.
But he also, but his go-to, by the way, is literally, he says, suck my dick. Like, that's not a joke. He's like, the commission could suck my dick. And it's like, no, don't say that. Someone whoever your manager is, by the way, I could manage you, you know, and be like, okay, the B side, okay, the test came back positive. Let's do this. You know, you always tell them to suck your dick. This time, come out and say, I want to wait till the B sample comes out, but until then, I'm going to just remain silent. I believe there's a possibility of obtaining a supplement.
Suck my dick.
That's
bitch,
what happens.
Motherfuckers. I'll do whatever I want.
And he's like, I'll just kill everyone. It's like, wait, what? Oh, whoa. You can make 30 million fighting Anthony Joshua.
Well, what he wants to do is make 2 million fighting the winner of Terry Crews and Anderson Silva.
That's right, exactly. Brazil. So yeah, toe-to-toe fight show here coming at you as often as possible. We have to again thank Zach Calmus.
Dude, he's the greatest,
the most electric interview of all time.
Yep. Zach Calmus. Can we shout out our sponsor real quick too?
Yeah. So
Shadow Fight Gear. We talked about these gloves. They're unbelievable.
Get back on that.
Sorry. Yeah. So microphones usually work better when you talk into them. We're gonna have this guy come down, but Shadow Fight Goods. Some pretty cool, innovative stuff on these gloves. I'm a gear snob. Matt gets irritated when I start talking about specifics.
Oh my god, dude!
This does some cool shit that every glove company talks about being innovative.
I'll say, as a guy that doesn't give a fuck about gear, we talked with Raph Homeboy. I was actually like genuinely impressed.
Yeah, so he does some fucking cool shit. So shout out to Shadow Fight Goods. They got some great products. We're going to talk about some of their stuff.
I actually don't want to say too much. That's what there's some things in there that, like, even as we put the gloves on, like, just as a boxer, as a trainer, when you put it on, you go, fuck, like high quality glove, awesome, right? And then there's some nuanced shit where you go, oh, like, okay, the fucking...
Yeah, you're like, you notice,
the
like,
bars,
is that fucking...
good,
You're
like,
oh, shit.
the wrist support's good, but then he starts showing you shit that you don't pick up on. You go, what the fuck? And he's like, oh yeah, that's patented. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, have you patented this? Oh, he's like, oh, that's patented. And then you go, oh, you know,
I grab the glove. One of the first things I do for wrist support is you grab the back just to see the balancing, and if it does the floppy fish, like, and I showed him, and he like patted me in the head. It's like that's good sport. Like, you know what I mean? Like
dude,
that's a great observation, Mark. I think you're onto something.
And the way the guy talks, he talks as a boxer with like Mr. Wizard's brain.
It's great.
That's a fucking compliment. Mr. Wizard with fucking man.
I fucking love this.
So, and then he also talked about one thing we saw that, and again, I don't want to poison the well too much and get ahead of ourselves, but one thing, so a lot of these manufacturers are Pakistani.
Yeah, Pakistan.
Right?
So you got like some are in China. The global ones are in China,
and those are shit usually.
Yeah, trash. Then you get there's some decent Pakistani textiles,
and then there's some high level Japanese and high level Mexican. Yep. And then what we saw here that we thought was interesting,
product of the Philippines, and he talked a little bit about where the leather was sourced.
He said, well, we go Philippines, and he goes, dude, it's where Rawlings baseball gloves are made. And if you know anything about Rawlings baseball gloves, I mean, and we went,
it's the Coca-Cola.
Because when you grab these gloves, the first thing you like, if you've ever had like a high quality glove, like a Winning or even like top level, like I don't even know what I compare this to at this point. Like Winning pops off like the real leather fly gloves. Sure, yes. Like we're talking about like
Lamborghini
style gloves.
You're not talking about like
and when we talked about pricing, they're not really boutique pricing. They're not like economy price. I mean, they're high quality gloves, but designed in America, but produced in really interesting factories.
Yeah, so we'll have Raph on the show at some point in time. The guy's got some great stories, and I personally like his stuff.
Yeah, and the shit he has that's not here is fucking pretty wild too. So I don't know how much we could say or not say. So we're not gonna say shit. But yeah, awesome stuff. Really, really hyped to have them be a sponsor of the show and stuff that we're going to utilize at our gym quite a bit. Yeah, so we can watch our guys beat the shit out of each other. We love the white gloves because they get fucking blood all over them too.
Yeah.
But the black stuff's sexiest too. So that's where we're at. Anything to add, homie?
Yeah, just if you're an Uber driver and you don't fucking say what's up so I can mumble under my breath, shut the fuck up.
And if you're in front of me in an airplane and you recline, I'm going to have Zach Calmus let me punch him in the face to gas him up to fucking eat cereal out of the base of your skull.
Toe-to-toe fight show.
Still here, still fresh, baby. We'll fucking see you soon. Ah!